Welcome to Brain Vision.
This is Chapter 4, Problem number 86. We have a radar station, as you can see in the figure, that detects an airplane approaching from east. The first observation, D1 is given to us as 360 meters. Theta 1, the initial angle is 40 degrees above the horizon. So it's this theta 1 here. The plane is tracked through a delta theta. The difference in angle is 123 degrees in the vertical east-west plane, and D2 is 790 meters. So we're asked the magnitude of the displacement vector during this period of the plane. This is a pretty straightforward question, right? So in part A, we're asked the magnitude of it. So let's start with just what this delta theta means. Delta theta means the theta 2 minus theta 1 here, which is 123 degrees. Theta 1, theta 2 minus theta 1 is 40 degrees, equals 123 degrees, which means theta 2 here is, with respect to the x-axis here, is 163 degrees, as you can see from the figure. Also, this is 40. This displacement is 123. Then it's going to be the addition of 2, right? Okay. Now we're writing the first displacement vector, right? This vector that is labeled as D1, whose length is labeled as D1. So R1 is going to be equal to D1 times cosine of this 40 degree angle. So it's 360 times cosine of 40 I hat, right? Plus 360 times sine of 40 j hat. These are all in meters. So R1 then is going to be equal to 276 meters in the I hat direction plus 231 meters in the j hat direction. If we do the same for R2, so the magnitude is 790, right? 790 cosine 163 I hat plus 790 sine 163 j hat. From here, R2 can be found as negative 755 I hat plus 231 j hat. These are all in meters, as well as the meters in here. So we have R1 and R2. So then our delta R that we're looking for, the distance, the magnitude of the distance traveled, is then R2 minus R1 in this case. So if you look at the y components, then you can see when you do this, the y components are going to cancel each other out. So in the x component, you have negative 755 minus 276, right here. 276 here. So 231 minus 231 is going to give us 0. So it's I hat. So then we have negative 1,031 meters in the I hat direction. Yes. In the I hat direction. What j hats are going to cancel each other out. So then the magnitude is delta R. Magnitude is 1031 meters. This is the answer to part A. Let me put the answer to part B here. The direction is negative I hat, which means it's westward.